On January 13th, 2019, Elizabeth Breck would be seen for the last time at a treatment facility located in Tucson, Arizona. Elizabeth was 46 at the time of her disappearance. She was a mom, a wife, and a teacher. People seemed to really love her and doted on her a lot. Elizabeth checked herself into Sierra Tucson on January 10th with fears for her mental health. She checked in noting that she had PTSD and was concerned for her life. Upon checking in to Sierra Tucson, she was sent to Desert Flower, which is the portion of treatment where they evaluate you, decide which medications to put you on, and which lodge would best suit you. At Sierra Tucson, there are 3 lodges: the Addiction Lodge, the Mood Lodge, and then the Trauma Lodge. I was located in the Trauma Lodge, which was also the lodge that Elizabeth was placed in. On January 13th, Elizabeth moved from Desert Flower into the Morningstar Lodge, and I was actually in the middle of having a sun nap upstairs in the sunroom when I woke up and saw her sitting in the chair next to me. I said hi, she responded hi back, and that was the only communication that we had. Immediately after that, I went to lunch and I didn't see her after that. After lunch, I had one class, and immediately we were put into a lockdown, which meant that everybody was shuttled back to their lodges and they had police out looking for somebody. At first, we weren't sure who exactly they were looking for, but we quickly figured out it was somebody from our lodge when police came in and were searching her room. Elizabeth had put in a load of laundry and then seemingly vanished. She left behind her wallet, her cell phone, and all of her belongings, including a tracking bracelet that was put onto her. Not all patients at Sierra Tucson were given a tracking bracelet upon their original arrival, which is kind of interesting to me. When I first checked in on December 30th, I was not given a tracking bracelet to begin with. I had pneumonia, had to go and stay in the hospital and check back into treatment, and at that point I was given a tracking bracelet. Elizabeth's family hopes to find her, but they understand that this many years down the road, that it is unlikely to hear from her. After her disappearance and us being on lockdown for a couple of hours, the search continued. For weeks afterwards, I was there for 2 weeks following her disappearance. There were search teams, search dogs, and even helicopters in the area. During the day, that was pretty much all you could hear outside, was helicopters searching, trying to locate her. It also was the middle of winter in Arizona, which means it can get down to 30 degrees Fahrenheit, and without protective gear, you do run the risk of hypothermia. And like I said, she left without any of her belongings. Unfortunately, the dogs were unable to track a scent, and the helicopters never found anything, which to me is kind of odd because you're in the middle of the desert and there's not a whole lot of areas to hide. Elizabeth has not been heard from, and the ideas of what happened to her range from her being trafficked across the border to her voluntarily leaving and taking her own life. It is truly unfortunate that someone disappeared while at treatment and just trying to seek help. I find it quite odd because Sierra Tucson does keep very close tabs on us while we are there. If you don't show up to your class on time, they even send out a staff member to locate you and find out where you are and why you are not at your certain class. So for somebody to disappear is kind of strange. It is a locked facility with fences and gates going all the way around the perimeter. There is a neighborhood located close by, so there is a chance that she knew somebody there, but like I said, she left without her phone, so she had no way of contacting anybody. Elizabeth is still missing. They are no longer searching for her, and her family has unfortunately accepted the fact that they will most likely never hear from her again. And this is a story that I think needs more attention brought to it, along with a lot of other residential treatment facility stories, because residential treatment is far from what you think it is.